Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Chat with Chaps. And it is the Chaps Reacts series because we are reacting to Millwall announcing the signing, a record-breaking deal for the Lions, signing 19-year-old Serbian Mihailo Ivanovic from Vojvodina. And it's come very left field for Millwall fans. I can't say many of us would have heard of him, but we are introducing Milos, an exclusive, by the way, guys, who knows a lot more about Mihailo and a lot more about Vojvodina than any of us will. Milos, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, Chris. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here.
Honestly, thank you very much for joining us. I can imagine you're a very, very busy man, so really do appreciate it. I'm sure the listeners will do as well.
No problem. Thank you very much once again.
Great. Okay. Well, let's dive into it then. So before we talk a bit about Mihailo, Milos, just tell us a little bit about, essentially why you have a relationship with him and Vojvodina.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Novi Sad, so that's the club where Vojvodina is from. And I've been a fan of Vojvodina for my whole life. I've been as a kid, I was going to games. I was, even when I was older, I went to watch Vojvodina matches out of Novi Sad everywhere. And I was also working in the club for 8 years. I left a year ago. The last 2 years, I was the marketing director. Before that, I was dealing with public relations, social media, and things like that. So I met Mihailo Ivanovic while he was still playing for our U17 team, under 17. Mihailo was born in 2005.
And makes me feel so old.
Yeah. And when I went, I remember when I went to watch him for the first time, I didn't heard about him. I heard about another player from his generation who also played as a striker. And they told me there is a top one, very talented young guy, pay attention to him, he's very good. I said, okay. And I noticed Mihailo Ivanovic, but it is after the game when they told me, okay, that's not him, that's some other guy. That's a guy called Mihailo Ivanovic. I mean, I was so impressed because you can see from the very moment that he's so much above all the other players on the pitch. First of all, he's very strong, he's very tall, he's good in the air, he knows how to save the ball, he reminds me on Alexander Mitrovic, if you remember him from playing from Fulham.
Remember it very well.
He's that type of player, very strong, very good in the air, but he also has very good technique. He knows how to score out of the box, within the box. So Mihailo is a very, very talented player. And when I heard that he's going to Millwall, I mean, I was very, very happy for him. And I'm also very happy for Millwall fans because I know that you will have a very good player in your team.
Amazing. And the comparisons to Alexander Mitrovic, I'm sure Millwall fans will be ecstatic with, because he always had a habit of scoring against Millwall. So someone that can maybe do the same for us. He's only 19, right? So we have to temper our expectations a little bit. But at the same time, if the rumoured fees are to be correct, it is a record-breaking deal for Millwall of around 2.5-3 million euros potentially.
That's a record for Millwall for signing.
Record signing for Millwall. We've never spent that amount of money. Okay. And when you put into context, we're spending that amount of money on a 19-year-old who I'm pretty sure most Millwall fans have never heard of. I guess my question is, do you think he's worth that amount of money at this point in time?
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah. While he was still in our under 19 team, Mihailo Ivanovic was on a loan in Sampdoria. So he was playing for their under 19 team for 1 year, and he performed very well. He scored, I think 12, 13 goals, something like that. And in the last round of Serie A, he actually played one match for the senior team of Sampdoria. I'm sure you heard of Quagliarella, the famous Italian striker. So in that season, when Mihailo Ivanovic was playing for Sampdoria under 19 team, Paralela was that was his last season in football at all. So
Right.
in the last game against Napoli in Naples, Paralela was getting out, Mihailo Ivanovic was getting in, and what Paralela said that like he really sees Mihailo Ivanovic as his successor in Sampdoria. But the thing is that Vojvodina didn't want to let him go after that one season in Sampdoria because there were some issues with the fee transfer. Obviously, Sampdoria wanted to sign him. Vojvodina asked for more money. So that's why the agreement wasn't made. And after that, Mihailo Ivanovic started playing for Vojvodina in Serbian top division. He became the first striker. He was on the Serbian national coach. The coach of Serbian national team put Mihailo Ivanovic on the list for the Euro this year. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to the 25 players who are actually invited to the team, but he's close to that. Like he's only 19. He scored, I think, 11, 12 goals last season. Yeah. So he's really raising his career with huge steps. And I'm sure that I don't know who is the manager of Millwall at the moment, but like if he shows him trust and that he believes in him, Mihailo will like give it back 3 times more. So I'm sure that he's a very good investment, and it's up to the coach to actually use it in the best possible way. But Mihailo has a talent, he has mentality, he has like physical attributes like strength, speed, and everything. So he has everything that you need to know, that you need to have to become a top player. Everything, literally.
Amazing. And obviously, you probably don't know the ins and outs of Millwall's recruitment business. I wouldn't expect you to, but it is a large sum of money. But it's also a really exciting signing for Millwall because we need a centre forward, and we've quite an old squad. So having someone who fits the physical profile that we need, is of a good age, has a lot of pedigree, would like to think if he breaks into the championship, he will end up in the Serbian squad as well. I would like to think that, and I'm sure that's on his mind. So it could be a good move for all parties. I think we just need to make sure that no one expects him to come in and score 20 goals in his first season because he's still raw, right? Of
course. Yeah, like I said, if you have an experienced team, I think that's going to be even maybe better for him because experienced player they don't have that much like how should I say, they play on a constant level. Like they don't go one game like this, second game like this. And it's not the same for young players. Like for young players, they can go up and down very frequently. So that's why I think it's going to be better for Mihailo if he has more experienced players with him. But like I said, if he gets the chance to prove what he can do, he's going to be very good, very good.
Amazing. And obviously, given your role as former marketing director at Vojvodina, you would have spent time with him personally, right? Can you tell me a little bit more about? You've already touched on. You said he has the mentality, but what is his character like? And the reason that I asked that question is because Millwall is built around just that pure passion, the grit, the determination, both in the fans and also on the pitch. So, I would love to understand his mentality a little bit more.
Yeah. Before I answer this question, I'm just going to say I lived in London for more than a year. So before I came to Vojvodina, I was working at Arsenal Football Club. And while I was there, I went to see Millwall against Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton had a lead 3-0, like 25 minutes before the end. And then Millwall managed to equalize 3-3. And it's like one of the best games I've been in my life. Yeah, and I've been to lots of games.
It's not usually that exciting.
I know the mentality of Millwall and everything that's related to Millwall. But Mihailo is a person that it's impossible not to like. He's like, haven't met any person, like any player or any person in the club that's like couldn't say all the best about him. So he's that type of person, the type of person that you like from the very beginning. He's very like polite. He's very professional. He's dedicated to his achievements. He believes in himself. He's not like those young players who some young players think of themselves that they are already Messi or Ronaldo. Like Mihailo is very on the ground. He knows what he can do. He knows what that he needs to work on, and he's very dedicated to make his career progress and reach the next step. And I think that he can get that with Millwall for sure.
Oh, fantastic! That's great. He seems to be ticking a lot of boxes here. I mean, does he, from your experience, he's still 19, so he's not going to be complete. But what would you say his areas of development are still in terms of on the pitch, of course?
Let's say maybe like he could have like more. How should I say? He could be more calm in the box, like for example when he gets the chance like one-on-one with the goalkeeper, like that. If you are going to score when you have a one-on-one chance with the goalkeeper, that depends on how calm you are. Like that's not like you don't need any special skills. That's like, okay, keep my pressure and just score the goal from that comes with experience.
Yeah,
I think that he will definitely get that. I mean, he improved in that section a lot as well. So let's say that maybe that he still lacks a lot of experience, even though, like I said, he's 19, but he already, for a player who is 19 years old, he already has lots of experience. Because he was abroad, he was in a big club like Sampdoria, he played one match in Serbia, he was invited for the national team, he played in Serbian top division, he played against Ajax. I mean, this season, Vojvodina play against Ajax in Europa League second round qualifications. We lost like 1-0 in Amsterdam, conceding a goal in 85th minute. I mean, Mihailo Ivanovic played, I think he played the whole game. No, actually, he went from the pitch, and in the rematch, he played for the whole game. So, he already has lots of big matches behind him for a 19-year-old. So I think that, like I said, when he comes to Millwall, when he gets into all that, how should I say, English system of football and everything, like that higher level, I think that I'm sure that in Millwall there are people who will know how to use his talent even more and how to help him to grow into a bigger player.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And obviously losing 1-0 to Ajax over in Holland is no, disgrace.
Yeah.
What kind of level would you compare Vojvodina to in an English league? Is it Championship? Is it League One? Like, I'm trying to gauge the level he's playing at. Have you got any? Is there any way to draw a comparison?
Yeah, let's say honestly, I don't think that Vojvodina could compete in Premier League. I mean, we can, like, for example, in a game against Ajax, we played equally with them in Amsterdam, but like from week to week, repeating those performances, it's very hard for a team like Vojvodina. I think so. So we can do it occasionally, but from week to week, that's very hard. I would say that maybe if I could need to compare Vojvodina, I would say like maybe Vojvodina would be in championship somewhere in the middle of the table. So let's say maybe a lower or lower part of the table or middle of the table in championship, something like that.
Similar to Millwall then, really.
Yes, but it's different. Like, for example, in Millwall, you don't have lots of foreign players. I mean, at least when comparing to other teams in Premier League who like sign. You just told me this is the biggest signing in the history of Millwall.
Yeah.
Okay. So in Vojvodina, it's like we don't have that much money as Millwall has, or that kind of the system. But somehow like our scouting from what we do from this base, from Serbia, from surrounding countries, the talents that we sign in, like it all functions differently,
Yeah.
So I cannot say like Millwall is a bigger step for Mihailo. I mean, for sure, because he'll play against stronger teams on bigger stadiums, like everything. But I would say that, for example, if Vojvodina would play against Millwall, I'm not sure that Millwall would win, actually, honestly. but I still think that Millwall is like a higher level compared to Vojvodina in any case. Like maybe not in history, but like Vojvodina is the club that is more than 100 years old in Serbia. We were like we reached the Champions League quarterfinals once. We won the Yugoslav championship twice. We won Serbian Cup 2 times. Like Dusan Tadic was, for example, who played in
I know him.
In Southampton. He was the Ajax captain later. He grew up in our academy, as same as Mihailo Ivanovic. So we like basically made him. So lots of other players. It's different kind of perspective. So it's not really comparable. Like if you compare finances, Millwall is much more above Vojvodina. But if we would play on the pitch, I think that they will be equal. But like I said, Vojvodina can play it once, but from week to week to play on the same level, it's very hard. Because also, like you said, Millwall has lots of experienced players in his team.
Yeah.
Vojvodina, no. Vojvodina has like lots of young players. In Serbia, top division, there is a rule that every team must start the game with at least one player in the team who is below 21, so who is younger than 21. Actually, I think that now they
like that rule.
Yeah. I think actually they have upgraded that to 2 players younger than 21, or they're planning to do it next season. I'm not quite sure. But the thing is that like in Serbia, you must like promote young players because that is what the clubs live. I mean, from this signing, Vojvodina will fill, let's say, 1/3 of its year budget, or maybe 1/4. So it's different way how clubs operate in that way.
Yeah, and I think that I would imagine one of the appeals to Mihailo would be the financial reasons. Millwall are not we're not in the top region of financially strong teams in the championship. But I would imagine there will be certainly some financial incentives for him to join us, right? Otherwise, and the lure of playing in English football is I know it's a big one for anyone, right? Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about his style in the sense of, does he normally play in a 1 up front? Does he play in a 2? I believe he's right-footed. Just trying to understand a few things there.
Yeah, well, like I think in the last few years, Vojvodina usually plays with 1 striker, like 1 central forward and 2 wingers, and he's the central forward, obviously. Rarely I saw Vojvodina playing with 2 strikers at the same time. Maybe in some periods of the game when they are down by the score. So yeah, but like I said, I mean, he is the type of player like who knows who works a lot for the team. He's not one of those strikers who needs to get 10 chances and then he'll score 2 times and then that's it. Mihailo works a lot for the team. Like, he's very good in defense as well. He's very good in whenever coach asks the team to make the pressure on the defense and everything, like he knows what to do, he knows what to move. He's a very intelligent player as well. Like I said, the only thing which could potentially prevent him from succeeding is injury. I hope that will not happen. And let's say if he doesn't get a chance to play for a long time, if he misses the whole season, if he plays 2 matches for the whole season, that's for a young player, it's very hard to mentally and physically be able to help the team if you see that the coach doesn't believe you and that you're not like that significant to the team. So my advice to Millwall coach is to just be patient with him, just give him a chance. Like, don't just give him 2, 4, 5 games to play, and you'll see that he will start to give it back. Like, and then I mean, if you signed him for 2.5 million, like, you can sell them for 10 times and more in let's say a year or two. I'm sure.
And that's, by the way, Neil Harris, Millwall manager, if you're listening, there you have to look after him. No, but and this is the thing that Millwall have never been very good at doing, which is speculating to accumulate. So what I mean by that is we spend 2-3 million on a player, knowing that if we look after them, we develop them, we can sell them for 3, 4, 5, 6 times more than that in a couple of seasons. You then take that money, you buy 3 more Mihailos. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's how Vojvodina works actually as well. Only with like lower amounts of like.
Yeah.
You will send him for 25 millions. We send them for 2.5 million, but we brought him for nothing. Like we brought him when he was just a kid, So.
Yeah, exactly. It's all upside. I noticed in a lot of the clips that I've seen of him and his goals, you seem to have a very tricky winger as well. I think it's your number 7. Is it Dele? Have I got that
Bamidele,
right?
Yeah, Bamidele. Yusuf Bamidele, yeah.
He looks quite good, I think, if I've got the right player.
Yeah, we signed him this summer from a Serbian team called Radnički Niš. I think Bamidele is actually the biggest transfer in the history of Vojvodina, because we paid, if I got it right, 600,000 euros for him.
Wow,
which is a big transfer. Like Vojvodina never pays that much money for any player ever. I haven't met him personally because, like I said, he came this summer. I already left the club before that. I mean, I saw that he scored 2 goals in our penultimate match, so he obviously has some quality. Basically, the fans and I think that people from the staff are expecting even more for him, considering that he was paid a lot and that, he was brought to make a difference on the pitch. But like I said, I mean, the Bamidele also didn't play well in the first 3-4 games. And then in not the last one, but the game before that, he scored 2 goals. So just give him chance. I mean, he has the quality. He didn't forget to play football. Just give him some time to fit. And then when he fits, then it's like a machine, and he'll do score goals and everything. And I believe that it will be the same with Mihailo.
And we need that. I think we lack a focal point up front, a target man, someone that we can play the ball up to, that you can hold it up, he can bring others into play, he's good in the air, but he's also willing to work. And you touched on this. We have to, our centre forward, he must be willing to do a lot of running, a lot of pressing, a lot of chasing. That's the system we play.
Yeah.
So it sounds like all of the qualities that we need, he has it. And it's just about us being patient with him. So I'm sure Millwall fans listen to this are very excited. We just need to make sure that we don't put too much pressure on a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
We're cautiously optimistic, shall we say?
Yeah. Even though, believe me, Mihailo is used to pressure. I mean, people in England maybe think that, like in Serbia, it's like this, but trust me, there's a huge pressure of playing, especially for Vojvodina, because the expectations when you play in Vojvodina, it's like you always have to win. Like in Serbian league, if you don't win, let's say maybe against Red Star Partizan, it's like a draw is a good result.
Yeah.
But against any other team, if you don't win, it's like a disaster, like the end of the world, like the criticism, nothing is good, everything is bad, like. So it's always I'm sure that he is mature enough to handle all the pressure that waits for him at Millwall. Mm-hmm. But like I said, he just needs some trust from the staff, from the coach, from the managers, from the fans as well. Like when he feels that they, support him, that they want him to succeed, then he will like definitely do that much faster. Yeah.
He does sound like he's got a lot of experience for someone so young. The playing in those conditions, playing against Ajax, playing in Sampdoria alongside, Italian legends.
Yeah.
He does sound like he's got a lot of maturity, and hopefully brings that experience with him. And listen, if him or his family are listening, we're very excited for the signing. When this video comes out, we would have officially announced it, and we can't wait to see him in a Millwall shirt.
As well as for me, Mihailo, if you're watching this, I wish you all the best and samo napred, brate.
What does that mean? You've got to tell me.
It means just literally, it means only forward, my brother, but it means
Love that.
Yeah, brother.
Love it.
Brate means brother. Yeah.
Well, Milos, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. If you're ever in London again, drop me a message and maybe we can go to a game together. I can't. Maybe if Mihailo's playing, it'd be okay, but I can't guarantee 6 goals. That's but we can try. But yeah, drop me a message and it'd be good to have you at the den.
Thank you very much, Chris, for your invitation once again. It was a pleasure speaking to you. I wish to say hello to all Millwall fans. I wish you a successful season. I wish that Mihailo will be your favorite player soon. And of course, if I'm in London, I'll get in touch.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Milos. And Millwall fans, thank you for listening. See you on the next one. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.